What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has seemed to lost a huge amount of bulk ahead of his rematch with Andy Ruiz. If you guys check the thumbnail, you can see the difference between these two guys. You have one guy that looks massive, big colossus, then you have another guy that looks trim and lean, okay? Now, he looks like he has a little pudge in his stomach from the picture that I'm looking at, and it looks in the background like that is Saudi Arabia, so you can definitely tell the difference. Now, me looking at the press conferences, I really couldn't tell. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell if he looked slimmer. He doesn't look like he's out of shape ever. But as far as these two pictures, and I know one was definitely right before the Andy Ruiz first fight, and with the background in the second fight on the second picture, it looks like it's in Saudi Arabia. So yes, he slimmed down a lot. So I think he did take Freddie Roach's advice from getting rid of all that muscle mass, and that often tells you this also. If he was able to lose this amount of weight, that means that he naturally wasn't that big. I don't think he was naturally that big. He couldn't have been that big, and you couldn't have got that big naturally. And what I mean by that is you naturally didn't fill out like that. That was due to bulk and doing a lot of lifting weights and stuff like that, which is really not beneficial to your power. And I think that's what he was going for. But I think, honestly, Joshua was looking for a certain physique. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to using something that worked. He was worried about how he looks. It's not about how you look. Look at Andy Ruiz. He doesn't look like he can fight, but he can. So with this, I think he's leaning that down because he has to be able to move and box without getting tired. Because in 3 rounds, what he looked like before, he might have looked like Colossus and all, right? But he couldn't move like he needed to move. So it really, all that muscle mass was all against him. So it is a good thing that he is losing this weight. I think he needs to worry about calisthenics, though, instead of any kind of weight training, But this is definitely, because I didn't believe it at first. Because a lot of people say, oh, he's trimmed down a lot. And I was like, well, I really didn't see that from that press conference. I really didn't. But this is definitely a sign that he is losing and lost a lot of weight. A lot of bulk. Bulk has been shredded off. So, that's a strategy. That's something that he needs to look. He was talking about 16 again. In the UK, you guys talk about 16 stones. 16 stones is what, about 125 pounds maybe? In the 120th range, So that's a huge step from 247, right? I wish I was 225. I'm like 240, but I know the difference. If I was training, I would no way in hell I would be running. I couldn't do what I can do in the gym in the ring being this big. Because if I'm 245, 250 now, which I'm around that area, I couldn't do that. I would have to be at least 225, okay, to be in fighting shape. So bulk is the thing that he shouldn't worry about, and I think they're doing away with that. So let's see how he can perform, And with the shredding, did he lose muscle mass, and as well as fat? Because when you lose fat, you start trimming down the muscle mass. The fat and marbling, all that goes. Will that affect something? Will he be able to adjust to his weight now and still have that power? Yeah, that would create speed, which is good. That's what he needs. And it will help his stamina. That's great. But you don't want to lose too much weight. Okay? But because it's not a healthy thing. But anyway, he does look trim. You guys tell me what you think about these two pictures. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.